Well, hello and welcome to my craft room. This is Julie from Spend Less Craft More. In my last video I was sorting my pattern papers and I told you that I would show you how I store them, which is what I'm going to do today. So it won't be a full tour. If you'd like a full tour, I'd love to give you one, maybe in the new year. Just let me know in the comments and that'd be great. But for now I'm just going to focus on that top left hand drawer in that set of drawers right there, which is where I store my smaller papers, and this cupboard up here, which as you can see it's just to the left of my desk space. Okay, so here we are with my drawer that I showed you where it comes from. This is where I keep my smaller papers and scraps. This is where I will go to when I want to make a card. Other than the card base itself, it will generally all come out of here. Even if I've got, I guess, a lot of paper like I do at the moment, I still just think, why cut into a brand new piece of paper when I've got so many beautiful smaller pieces to start with. So this box here is where I keep my smaller scraps. Anything that fits in here basically will go in here. I don't really have a minimum size that I keep. When I'm feeling a bit more ruthless, I might go through it and sort of pull out some bits that I don't really love anymore. They're a bit too tiny. But other than that, this is where I'll go. As you can see, it's pretty much roughly in rainbow order. Yeah, my daughter knows that she can come to this box and she's not going to get into trouble for taking anything out of there. So that's my scraps. Then I've also, in this drawer, I have all my 6-inch papers. And as you can see, none of them are still in their original pads. Doesn't look very beautiful from the top. You can see all the tabs, but when I turn it over, we can just flick through to the colour that we're looking for. So you can see lots of pink still. So that's my 6-inch papers. I've got some serviettes someone gave me once for a technique I would have to dig out and find to be able to use. And just the only other thing in here, I've got two Kaiser Craft, they're 6.5 inch rather than 6 inch, and they don't quite fit across. So they're the only ones that are still sitting there in their pad. Okay, so this is the cupboard. That's my desk area down there. In here is where I store all my full sheets of pattern paper and cardstock. Now I should really start by saying that I've been very influenced by a YouTuber called Totally Tiffany. I'll make sure and link to her. She's the one that inspired me to store vertically rather than horizontally. It makes it very easy to flick through your papers and see what you've got. I've always stored rainbow, but it was her that influenced me to put my pattern papers and cardstocks in together. So this is a stand that my beautiful husband made for me many years ago. The only changes we made for it is to change it from horizontal to vertical. So you can see right at the beginning I've got the big lot of the white and the vanilla American Crafts, and then we go through, I've got black, whites and greys there, my sort of browns and creams, a tiny little bit of gold, not much there, red, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and there's my multicolours. So to me, some of you I know on YouTube land have got so much more paper than this, but for me this is a huge amount of paper. I want to be doing some serious crafting before I spend any more. So these little things that you can see here, what that is, I made these out of page protectors. It's basically 2 page protectors sewn together, and my scraps, my largest scraps, are in there. So as you can see again, they've got the ribbon, so I know what colour they are, and they just slot in and out of there really easily. Okay, the main, I guess, tweak that I've made since my last video is that all my multicolours, they were all just in here together randomly. Now what I've done is I've got my florals kind of at the beginning, followed by, I don't have a lot, but just a few more kind of icon type papers. So we've got buildings, cupcakes, more themed papers, travel, cameras, so forth and so on, coffee cups there. And after that comes more your geometric. So there's, let's see, we'll just flick through kind of words and circles, plenty of circles, geometrics, stripes. So that I'm not going to be kind of looking through my florals when really what I want is a more perhaps geometric look or a less feminine look. So the last thing I wanted to say about this type of vertical storage is that it's very easy. If you don't find what you're looking for, let's say we're looking through green, if you don't find the paper that you want looking this way, it's still very easy to just then go, okay, what have I got on the back? And I can go through each section and I might find what I'm looking for on the other side of my papers. So I hope you found something useful from what I've just showed you, maybe a bit of inspiration to how you'll organise your craft room. I'm hoping to do a couple more organisational videos to come and a serious stash challenge to myself. If you're interested, you might want to join me. I want to use a lot of these papers before I spend any more money. So I welcome your comments in the box below and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.